Hey guys, welcome to another Lunchtime review. Today I'm going to try this Mings, created by Chef Ming. This is the chicken ramen. It is ramen noodles with seasoned dark meat chicken, bok choy, green onions, and black and toasted white sesame seeds in a savory chicken broth. It says you do have to add water, which I've already got my water ready. 23 grams of protein, yummy. It is 8 ounces, 226 grams, I'm assuming just for this box. Nothing else really to say about this. This is frozen, so you do keep it in the freezer. When you buy it in the frozen section. We bought it at Kroger. It was $5.29. I don't know if Kroger's the only place that's selling them right now. I don't know. I'm sure you could maybe find them other places. I just don't know. I haven't seen them other places, but that doesn't mean anything. One package, 330 calories, and there's your other info for you. Sodium's pretty high usually with most Asian meals. That's not surprising that it's 1,100 milligrams of sodium. So in the microwave, that's the only directions they have on here at all. It says open film halfway, add 3/4 cup of room temperature water, which I do have to the side here. Replace the film, cook on high for 3 minutes, lift the film, stir and replace the film, and then cook for an additional minute. And it says it's developed using an 1100 watt microwave. Mine's right at 1100 watt. Mine's actually 1200 watts, but it's pretty close. So I think I'm pretty safe to stick with those times. Carefully remove from microwave, uncover, and enjoy. So if you've got a lower power microwave, you may need to add more time. There's no pull tab, so we just have to go for it. Okay. Being frozen instead of being in those little cups, I'm sure the ingredients are going to be a little bit better quality, I would think. So we're going to add just measure out 3/4 cup of water. There is no fill line, so if you don't have a measuring cup, I guess you could pre-measure it at home and then bring it in to work with you, I guess. I don't know, in like some kind of cup. But yeah, I'm going to recover. We're going to get it in the microwave. Yeah, there's no line around there. They probably could have put a little dent around the edge just to say how full it is, but who knows. But anyway, I'm going to get this in the microwave, and I'll be back in just a second. Okay, here it is out of the microwave. I did put a paper plate under it just in case it boiled over. It didn't. I dripped a little bit, but when I pulled the plastic back, but it didn't boil over or anything, so that's good. It smells pretty good. You see the chunks of chicken you get. And the reason I was saying the frozen ones are probably different, instead of this being like a freeze-dried chicken that you have to get wet again and reconstitute back into real chicken. This one actually has pieces of chicken in it, and the noodles look good, the vegetables look good. So I'm going to get this over to the table and we'll give it a try. Okay, I gave it a little time to cool off. Been kind of blown on this bite right here. It's the chicken, some bok choy, some noodles, I don't know, whatever else. It's got some sauce on it too, or the liquid's still on there a little bit. So here we go. I did bring me a spoon because I want to try just the broth by itself. I like the flavor of the noodles and the chicken. It's really nice. It's a richer flavor than what you get with the ramen noodles in the cups that sit on the shelf. It's a little bit richer of a flavor of the sauce or the broth, whatever you want to call it. The noodles are really nicely cooked too. They have a really nice texture to them. These seem more like, and they may not be, but these seem more like pasta noodles, like you would have spaghetti or something like that. These seem like a more of a spaghetti kind of texture instead of like rice noodles. I'm looking. Yeah, these are wheat. Enriched milled wheat. So it's like they're made out of flour, like regular pasta is. Whereas a lot of the other ones are made with like a rice noodle. I like the flavor of the chicken's really good and tender, and it has a nice seasoning to it as well. And like I said, the noodles are cooked nice too, which is really pasta, but we'll call them noodles. I like the flavor, but it's not overly flavored, so it's not overly seasoned. It's a basic, like a chicken soup, a chicken broth meal. I want to try some of just the broth. You know, you really get that green, slightly bitter bok choy in there. But it's a thicker, richer broth than, like I said, the ones you get on the dried ones you get on the shelf. Yeah, it's just overall just a richer texture and flavor, a little thicker. Well, you can really taste the bok choy. Even when I get a bite that doesn't have any of that in there, just with just liquid, it still comes through. That you get kind of that green flavor. It's interesting that it can come through that much. That's been really cooked into the broth. I like this meal. It's not the most exciting thing you're going to eat because it's kind of, like I said, it's kind of plain and basic. It's kind of like, you know, I wouldn't say a chicken soup is all that, you know, exciting or great. It's just, you know, it's a basic chicken soup. This is kind of like that. This is kind of like the Asian inspired chicken soup. But I like the textures of everything. You can for sure eat this with a fork, but you're gonna have a lot of broth left. You could also eat it with a spoon. I could get some of the noodles up with a spoon, although it's kind of hard to keep the noodles on there. So you may want to, I don't know, cut it up with the edges of your spoon against the side so they stay a little bit better in there. But you can get more of the broth that way. Yeah, like a chicken noodle soup almost. So the textures, everything, the noodles are nice. They're a little bit cooked firmer. They're cooked softer, cooked more than I personally like them. I like mine a little bit firmer, but they're not bad. They're just a little bit softer than I like them. The chicken's good and tender, has lots of flavor to it. The bok choy in there really stands out. So you really have to like the bok choy flavor. Like I said, it's kind of green, just a slight bitterness to it. But it's all through it, so you can't avoid the flavor. Even if you wanted to try, you couldn't because it's actually cooked into the broth, so there's no way you can avoid it. So texture-wise, everything's really good. The good thing about the bok choy is it's small pieces. I mean, you do get little, like you can see, like right here, it's pieces of the bok choy. They're very small pieces, and they're not like gonna be chunky, big pieces of green you're gonna have to chew on. And what's there is pretty soft, but still has a little bit of a crunch. So it's nice. Flavor wise, like I said, don't expect there to be like an over seasoned meal. It's not really an over seasoned meal. It's basically, you get the bok choy, you get like a chicken broth kind of flavor, and that's pretty much it. That's what you get. It's chicken and bok choy with like a chicken broth. So overall, it's pretty decent. I mean, it's, like I said, it's kind of bland, but it's not bad. It's just kind of plain. I'm trying to think of what I want to give it as far as a number goes. It's definitely above average as far as ramen goes. So it's not just like a plain ramen because it is a little richer, the broth is. I'm going to give it a 3.5 out of 5. I may be even giving some of those other ramens higher than that. I don't know. But it's not something I would get all the time just because it is kind of plain. I would have to jazz it up a little bit more. But it is good. Definitely worth trying out. It's not a bad meal at all. Yeah, I'm gonna give it a little bit above average. I give it a 3.5 out of 5. Could have leaned more to a 4 if it had a little bit more seasonings in there, but the way it is, I'll leave it at 3.5. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching.